everybody.
Cool, so wait, try to want to catch you. You're waiting on me. All right.
But it's not, it's the Anthony Rogers Show. Tell all of your friends to watch the Anthony Rogers Show.
So this was the first festival I actually covered with my wife. I only had about 5 bands to interview, so it was pretty chill. We mostly just hung and ate food. We actually had 5 interviews, but only 3 of them survived. One of them was this up-and-coming guy. I got his name wrong, and he just was like, I'm not doing this, and I'm not going to say who it is, but, and then we forgot to record on the Spin Doctors, which sucked, because that interview was so good, and we had the singer, and he's like a legend, and we had such good stories about him hanging out like Mick Jagger and stuff, but yeah, we messed that one up. So, but we have the Gin Blossoms on this one, Blues Traveler, and Pigeons Playing Ping Pong. Great bands, great interviews, good times. I mean, I ate a lot of lobster rolls. Lobster rolls here were the best. They had so much good food, though. The music was cool. My wife was into Crombin, I think. And then I saw Jack White and Ringo Starr do Give Peace a Chance, and with little help from my friends. It was so cool seeing Jack White sing with the living Beatle. Closest I'll ever probably get to seeing the Beatles. But yeah, no, enjoy these interviews, and thank you for watching. And feel free to like, comment, subscribe.
I'm Robin Wilson, lead singer of Gin Blossoms, part-time singer for the Smithereens. You're listening to the Anthony Rogers Show. Peace and love.
Hi. We got the Gin Blossoms here. One of my favorite bands, honestly. Great music. When you guys had your first album on the night, do you think you'd still be playing it 30 years later?
No. Absolutely not. No one tells you when you're 23 that you can just keep going into your 60s. Nobody.
You're 60?
Yeah, I just turned 60.
Okay. I realize that.
And,
that makes sense now.
Yeah, the band's been together for almost 38 years, and nobody could have never imagined it. But in a lot of ways, it's better than ever. It's certainly easier than it used to be. We've learned how to get through the smaller conflicts, and business is good, so very few complaints.
That's awesome. I saw you guys in O'Fallon like years ago. From O'Fallon. I'm from O'Fallon, Missouri. I saw you guys there. It was awesome, man. So I've seen you guys live a couple times now. But are there any bands that you look forward to touring with every time, or have you probably had toured with so many bands at this point? Are there bands that stick out to you guys you just love touring with?
There's a pool of bands we generally tend to tour with, and they're all in the same area at the time. So it's always very comfortable, you know. We've all become friends. Robin says 38 years of touring.
That's a lot.
We first toured with Spin Doctors years ago.
Wow.
93
guys forever. So it's kind of, you just show up and everybody remembers each other's names.
Yeah, it's interesting. What advice would you give to bands that are maybe trying to do the same thing you guys are doing, like try to have like a legacy more or less than just like be a band? Like some guys starting out. What would you tell them?
Don't count on it. Do it for your own reasons. Don't be wrapped up in the idea that you got to get a deal or you got to have a hit or you got to go viral. Just do it for your own sake. Create music that you want to hear, and hope for the best.
What would you say?
I think it's important you play as much as you can, and make music by yourself, and make music with your friends, but record it all the time, and get better at something you do. And just believe in yourself. Have fun.
Two wildly different perspectives. You're like, don't, you're like, try really hard.
It's part of the miracle of this band.
That's awesome. So are you guys still hyped to tour and stuff like that, or is it just going to be at home, or like what is the vibe like?
I love it when we're doing a bus run like this, on a package with our buddies. The crews working really well together, and I love the grind of the road, playing 5 nights a week.
That's good to hear.
I love the routine of it all.
I love that you still love it. That's good. It's like it's good to hear you guys music. I'm glad you're not bored playing it when I'm watching it. It's like hearing it. You know,
It's
like,
the best. I don't want to go
it's
home. Today's the last day on the tour. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do when I get home. I'm going to stand there in my living room for 2 days.
Just pointing at my butt.
Like, just kind of looking around like,
See you soon.
See you in a couple hours, Chad.
I'm not sick of these guys. I'm sick of my band. We get along, all right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's good. We stopped in a second ago.
He's a wonderful guy.
Blue Straddle's a good band too. I mean, you guys are on tour with like great bands. You guys, Blue Straddle, both great bands.
It's really fun.
That's awesome. Now, do you have any like go-to food spots when you're traveling? Like, if you see like a certain city, you're like, I have to get this. Like,
yeah.
What's some go-tos you got?
Well, Whataburger. Anytime if there's a Whataburger in the community, that's always a good one. And you know, you go regional. Like if you're in Detroit, well, you try to get Detroit-style pizza after the show. Things like that.
What's your favorite spot? Like your favorite spot like to eat across the United States?
To eat?
Yeah.
It would probably be one of the many awesome taco joints back in Arizona. Taco Boys or Tacos Chilas.
You guys are originally from Arizona? What part again?
Tempe.
Okay, cool. That's a cool time area. They have your tacos, you said?
Yeah.
I'll have to try that out. That sounds good. I'm a fat guy, so those are questions you get. It's like what's your favorite dish? What about you? Do you have any go-tos when you travel?
When you're in San Francisco, California, you go to North Beach and you can have the most amazing Italian food. It's an Italian neighborhood. Or there's a fantastic Chinese restaurant called Brandy Ho's. It's the City Lights bookstore. It's a great meal.
That's awesome. Now I'm recording this just to try them all later. You know? I love that, man. Like, well, you guys like playing in St. Louis, Missouri?
Yeah, it's always nice.
That's where I'm from. I was born.
Oh, you're from St. Louis?
Yeah.
Our drummer's from St. Louis.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
He's right across the river.
He's in a
Okay.
band called Cabo.
Oh, you have Cowboys done? Okay, yeah, I know. I know who they are. I've been on a podcast with the bass player, so I know the bass player loosely. I forgot his name right now, but I was on a show one time. He's a nice guy.
St. Louis is a nice town.
I love it
In
there.
the early days, we used to play there a lot.
I love it there. It's kind of underrated because like I think people are scared of it now. Like people in the county, not necessarily like touring people, but like people in the county that live there are like terrified to cross that bridge into St. Louis, and I love it there. It's like I'm downtown. I
Last
love
summer,
it.
I went down and the Dodgers are playing Cardinals, and they just gave us a good routing of real trash.
I immediately triggered me saying Dodgers.
I was told that, and I enjoyed walking around the stadium, but I was told that it wasn't a game night, so it was a place to stay around.
No, they say that. Well, what's funny is they tell everybody that, so it's a zombie land because of that. So nobody's there. Nobody's there because everybody's scared to go down
Yeah,
there.
because the next night there was nobody else.
That's what happens. Yeah, yeah. We're downtown.
It was scenic, beautiful.
I love it. Architecture.
Loaded with people, having
Yeah.
a great time. Families. It seemed interesting.
Where are you from? You from Arkansas or Arizona too? Okay, cool. You from Tempe, same area? So you guys are all from the same, like that's where it started and stuff? That's crazy. So was that at college then? I forget. Was that when you started at college?
More or less. A couple of us worked at Tower Records. That's right near the university.
That's a good call back. Tower Records. I miss record stores.
If you were a musician in town, you either if you didn't work at Tower Records, you were hanging out there.
Okay.
So,
You guys look so relaxed playing. Like I was watching some of your songs. Like I watched the '90s music videos, and then I watched like some live stuff back in the day. And I see you guys now. You guys seem so much more relaxed.
we are.
You just seem laid back playing hits. It's like crazy.
Seasoned
We
veterans.
moved to Pasadena with our backside.
It's relaxed, bordering on bored.
It sounds awesome. You guys just seem so relaxed in the new live stuff. It's
It's like
crazy.
a Bing Crosby show.
It's great. I love the music still. I'm not knocking it, brother. I'm just saying.
We got it down.
I'm just saying, you guys just seem the most relaxed for a rock band. Like, like historically speaking, like rock bands are like wild. You guys are just sitting back playing hits. It's a cool experience. You're tired of playing good songs.
It's such a privilege to have hits.
No, you guys got a lot. You guys have great songs. I love the lyrics too, man. A lot of those early songs are dark, but I like them. You know, it's like lyrically really dark. But I don't know. It's like Sublime or something. Like you have like a catchy music to like dark lyrics. It's kind of interesting.
Agreed.
It's kind of interesting. You're getting a lot. You write the lyrics.
I write a lot of them. Jesse writes even more than me. And, you know, everybody in the band contributes to the songwriting.
That's awesome.
You know, we just
That's rare for lyrics.
learn everybody's songs and figure it out from there.
What are some guys that made you guys want to become rock stars? Like when you watch them, you're okay.
Let's start here. Tom Petty, Cheap Trick, here's Chrissy Hines with the Pretenders.
Is that an autograph?
Yeah, that's Chrissy's signature.
That's awesome.
Here's the Cult, Meat Puppets,
Wow. There's a lot of shit.
Smithereens, Rolling Stones.
Great bands, yeah.
Let's see, right up here we got Iron Maiden, over here we got AC/DC. So, you know, I stand on the shoulders of giants.
That's real, that's real. What about you? What are some of the bands you grew up listening to?
I used to listen to a lot of quieter music. All the guys that grew up with me, like funk people. My friend David and Eddie lived down the street. They were a couple years older than me, and they were already playing pretty well, so they kind of told me. And mostly they listen to Bob Dylan.
Okay. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Like, Bob Dylan's great.
Yeah, of course.
Great. I mean, he's kind of like Tom Petty. He sounds kind of similar to me.
He sure does.
Did he produce Tom Petty at one point? Under the name Robert
Well, they
Johnson?
collaborated.
They toured together.
Yeah. I thought he produced some too. They sound very similar to their stories.
They sure do.
That's a good vibe. Like, who are you most excited to see here today or whatever?
Blues Traveler and Spin Doctor. Noah. I'm looking forward to Noah's show.
Okay, yeah, that's a good act. You guys have any pre-show rituals you do for some festivals like this, or is it just like every other day?
I like to shoot up about 5 minutes before the set.
Is that why you're so relaxed on stage?
Jesse and I both have a routine of vocal warm-ups that we do. And, you know, keeping your eye on the watch, and it's like, okay, I got 15 minutes, now it's time to pee, now it's time to make a drink. You know, and then you get to the stage and you start high-fiving each other and like try to get pumped up for the moment when the lights go down.
That's awesome. Was there anything you guys want to throw out that people may not, or may want to know, or may not know about you guys, or anything before you go, or promo or anything?
I think it's all been said.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you guys started your band, but I'm like, your band name, and like, that's just such a played-out question, probably.
Yeah,
it's literally on Google.
Thank you for that.
It's literally on Google, right?
You can look it up.
I know, it's like, that's hard about interviewing a guy who's been around that long. It's like, I mean, what can you ask that hasn't been asked? You guys are like legends, and you've been doing this for years, man. Well, I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you guys going backwards. It's been great to be here. You know, I appreciate the charity. So,
Those are good questions. Thank you.
no, pleasure to meet you, man. You guys are absolute legends. I love the band. Legitimately love the band.
Hey, this is Chan for the band Blues Traveler. You're watching the Anthony Rogers Show.
First of all, what's it like having a Grammy?
You know, it's pretty cool. At the time, we didn't expect to win. And we were still kind of bratty kids. So we thought the whole thing was kind of dumb because we were too cool for that. But it's funny because once you win a Grammy, then for the rest of your life, it puts in front of your name, Grammy award-winning artist, Blues Traveler.
It's awesome.
And my Grammy has been taken to more kids' show and tells over the last decades. So my Grammy's all kinds of beat up, and I have it in like a corner of my living room. But I love it that it's so beat up from all these kids doing show and tell with it. But as you know, as you get older, looking back, it's kind of cool to have those things. We did the Grammys in '96, but then we got nominated again just 2 years ago for a blues record we did. And it was fun to go back 25 years later and see all the little kiddies out there on their first experience. But and it was nice to be back on the red carpet again. So I think as you get older, you appreciate that crap more.
What has changed the music industry since you guys came out and started this? Like, what for you?
Well, obviously the interwebs, and you know that has changed things. But I mean, internet's great because I can discover so much cool music. You know, it's just made the music industry a lot more niche-y. Like everyone's got got their own personal playlists. Whereas back in my day, you would. MTV and VH1 were a big propeller and top 40 radio, and those don't move anything now. But most importantly, and I think that's still important today, is your live touring, your live show in a local town or your little city is really going to drive it. So the live show kind of remains the same. The other venues is just other ways to get your music out there. And there's good and bad about both angles. I've had fun the whole time.
You were a founding member of this, right?
Yes. Princeton High School, 1987. Princeton, New Jersey.
Is that where you guys formed? At high school? I knew it was in New Jersey, but it was in high school.
Yeah, we're a high school band. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's crazy how far that's going, man.
Yeah, 30. I'm 30. I guess 2 years we'll be in our 40th anniversary tour.
That's awesome, man.
It's great. Like I said, I've had a good time the whole time.
Who's the biggest prankster in your band? You think?
Biggest prankster? We're all pretty snarky a-holes. I guess my brother probably has got the most prank in him. I'm more just the one-line ribber, but we're goofing around the whole time. And I was joking. You've been out. Also, we started the tour on June 23rd. We've been out with the Spin Doctors and Gin Blossom since. We've had a great summer, but you've been out too long when pretty much everything is stupid. That's when it's time for a week off.
What's it like being in a band with your brother?
It's great. It's great. I was saying it's great playing with them, but most families go do family trips together with the kids. We spend so much time together. When we have time off, we do not want to see each other. So when you work with somebody, that's kind of the give and take. But honestly, we got great stories for the porch someday.
That's awesome. No, I didn't know if that was a win or a miss with family. Sometimes family be hard to work with. As long as they're easy.
Apparently, Oasis, the Black Crowes are notoriously, but they always get back together. Pros always get back together.
That's awesome. What's the future for Blues Traveler? You guys got a lot of
The
passion.
future for Blues Travelers, I'm on a flight around 10 a.m. tomorrow morning to get my butt home and face plant in LA for 2 weeks. Then we have some touring this fall, and we'll take it from there. But we've had a great year so far.
It sounds like it.
And we'll get in the studio one of these days. But right now, we just kind of take it 1 year at a time and see what kind of cool opportunities there are. The most important thing is we love playing live and improvising and playing with the crowd, and that's kind of kept us really stable throughout all the years. That's one thing we've always been able to rely on, and it's the first thing we loved about music. So,
what are some of your favorite food spots on the tour?
Favorite food spots, man. I'll be honest. All my favorite food spots are back in LA when I'm off. When I'm on tour,
I'll do LA.
there's a great. The first place I'm going to hit when I get home is called Amir's Falafel, and get some shawarma. LA's got great Middle Eastern food, so that'll be my first stop, and then I'll go from there.
That sounds good, man. There's no spot when you travel, you're just hyped to get to like ribs or any kind of good food. Are you used to it by now?
When you're touring, you're playing, and then you're off in different. We'll find someplace close to where we're staying. We don't. After a lifetime of touring, you don't put extra effort into your days off. You just do what's close and easy.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
actually.
there's so many great restaurants out there. We just kind of find the ones we have close. Maybe back in the day we had some, but that was a long time ago.
What's some advice for some people that play music, watching this, that what they should take from a Grammy-winning jam band artist?
Really develop your live show. That's where you're gonna have a foundation. And if your live show's good and you can get some butts in there, all the rest of the stuff will follow. In the beginning, you really got to do it for yourself. And having a packed little club is the number one way to draw attention, and that makes for good videos too for the IG.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
So you guys just came up were you passing out flyers in the early days and stuff? Were you doing
Street corners with our little flyers. 100%. That's the only way to do it. We first moved to New York City in '87, and one of our friends was a drug dealer, so we had we threw these gigs for free with dollar beers. We just put kegs in the basement of this gnarly club in the Lower East Side, and gave away free nitrous and joints and mushroom tea, and we would put on the flyers free all these drugs. So basically we just offered NYU and Parsons and Columbia students free drugs to come to our show, and lo and behold, it worked. So
that's great marketing.
That's how you get there. You go. So kids, offer people free drugs. Best way to get people to come out to your shows. Trust me, The sky's the limit. Here I am, 40 years later, still making a living doing this.
That's so funny, man. Oh, what's your favorite song to play if that's not too played out of the question?
It's different all the time, you know.
It's
different all the time. All the music's just a good vehicle to kind of get hyped with the crowd, and for me, that's the fun of playing live.
Do you have any kind of ritual for a festival like this beforehand?
Watch some NFL football.
Who's your team?
I'm a Steelers fan.
Okay, cool. You stole our team. LA stole our team, so I'm St. Louis guy.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I do. I root for the Rams because they're local.
I do when they're St. Louis. I'm bitter about that. St. Louis is a bitter town about NFL.
They just won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, so hope you jumped on that a little bit. Oh no, bitter.
Still bitter, yeah.
Yeah, all
As soon as
right.
they left,
That's fair. That's fair.
But I still respect that. I always want to know what teams. I love sports, so you watch college sports too?
A little bit, mostly on pro
NFL?
sports. Yeah,
That's
NFL,
awesome.
NBA, pro tennis. Those are probably.
That's rare for a musician to actually like sports. I feel like
It is kind of rare. I mean, on Blues Traveler, we have a lot of sports fans.
That's awesome. I wouldn't have expected that in a jam band for some reason. It's kind of stereotypical, I guess. But this is a weird question. But I remember watching on VH1. Did your singer really have a heart attack while jerking off? Is that a real story?
I'm sure he just made that up.
I saw that on VH1 as a kid.
Like
I
most lead singers, there might be some element of truth, but most lead singers are drama queens. So every little thing can turn into something much bigger. And I'm not even sure they know they're full of shit.
I saw that.
That's part of the magic, you know? That's part of the magic.
I saw him talk about that in VH1 when I was like a child. I was like, that's the craziest sentence I've ever heard in my life.
I think he had some heart palpitations while masturbating, and then
he was in a VH1 interview talking about it.
Yeah.
So I had to ask you. Sorry.
But that's why he's the lead singer. You need that drama to get out there and sell it.
That's awesome, man. So do you still love what you do?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I always say, the longer I do it, the more I like it.
That's awesome. Anything else you want to throw out before we get out of here?
Check out my local SoCal band, Warhorse and Chan Gang.
I'm Scrambled Greg.
I'm Gator.
And we're Pigeons Playing Ping Pong. And you are watching The Anthony Rogers Show. Let's go.
Well, how'd you guys first come together as a band? Is there a good story behind that?
Sure, yeah. I went to the University of Maryland and I had no friends there. So the first day of college, I walked down the dorm room hall with my guitar, almost as if it was made from like a cheesy movie. And I met our guitarist who was also playing guitar in the dorm room just a couple doors over. And we started jamming like literally immediately. From there, it took some time to like meet everyone else and get the full final band together, but it was quite a meet cute.
No, it's awesome. So you guys were both the guys with the guitar at the party?
Yeah. Well, I was more of the singer, but he was the guy with the guitar for sure.
Fair. That's awesome, man.
Good tag team.
What's the story behind the band name Pigeons Playing Ping Pong? It's a cool band name, I'm honest with you.
Thank you. Yeah. I've answered this question a lot of different times, but the honest truth is that I saw it in a textbook in psychology class with my guitarist, and we were just a duo. We were not like a full band yet, so it was a very low pressure decision. And it was kind of funny. I was like, oh, that's great. Let's do that because we need something. Because we started playing like bars or coffee shops and stuff, and boy, that decision ended up lasting a lot longer than I thought it would at the time because I was just like, oh, that's funny. And
what was
17 years later.
What was the context of it?
Well, actually, there's a famous psychologist named B.F. Skinner who taught pigeons to peck a ball back and forth.
Yeah, it was a real thing.
It was a real thing, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, there's like black and white videos of it on YouTube, and there's like they're pecking balls. And it was to teach them to push buttons to maybe use them to like mechanically operate stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. You guys ever use that video for your music videos or anything like that?
We have not contacted the B.F. Skinner Foundation for the rights, but we are trying to surpass them in the views.
That's
Because
awesome.
there's millions and millions and millions.
Where are you
What's up,
guys?
Skinner family?
Where are you guys from? You guys from Maryland?
I grew up in New York,
New Hampshire.
but the band is based in Baltimore.
Okay. That's cool. A lot of you
God,
guys
we
must
answered
have-
that well.
That was a good answer.
That was a little ping pong.
Little ping. So do you guys usually jam with the song and then come up with lyrics, or you guys have like a kind of basis of like lyrics first, or like what's the writing process like?
We don't stick to one process, which is probably pretty common because, like, I think if you do that, they start to become like cookie cutter a little more. Like, so we kind of sometimes the music leads the song, sometimes the lyrics lead the song. You know, sometimes I go in with like an intention to write something, other times I stumble upon something. So like,
all I do, the one consistent thing is that like when you're onto something, you feel it, and that's where we go ahead and chase the dragon. It's when you just there's something like intuition-wise that you're onto something or not. And we follow that, and then the four of us put our minds on it, make sure all of our fingerprints are on it.
Yeah, it's very much collaborative. For sure.
Who's the best at ping pong in your band?
It's not pretty overall. Probably Greg.
Maybe. We had our original drummer who very amicably moved on after college because he was like, I don't want to sleep in a van for 10 years before we can, do a podcast backstage with free coffee. He was really, really good. And we played this thing called Jam Cruise. It's an awesome cruise ship with tons of bands for 5 days, and we brought him on because we were hosting a ping pong tournament. They asked us to because of the name, and we brought our old drummer back as our ringer, and he won the tournament.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Great promo.
It's great.
So good.
Yo.
What keeps it fresh, playing show after show after show? What kind of keeps you going?
Well, in our scene, as a jamish band, every show is different, and in order to do that, that requires a lot of work to craft a new set list, to create new transitions, and it's exciting to do new things. So whether it's playing more new songs, new covers, new transitions, even though we play a lot, it always feels new and fresh and present,
Yeah, night to night, new set list, new jams, we really try to ride the risk of, improv and trying new things, but also, zoning in and creating jams that hopefully matter and aren't just us, just freewheeling out there. But it's over the years, it's communication, night to night, it's a very fresh show.
Do you guys have any pre-show rituals so that you get into before you play?
Well, musically we rehearse. We tour with a backup or a backstage setup, a little mini drum kit, amp. So we'll run parts that we need to. As far as rituals, we kind of all have our own thing, and we come together minutes before and kind of do our final little piece. Sometimes we'll run any vocal harmonies we need to right before we go on to keep it fresh. But, yeah.
I was playing a festival.
It's good. These are a rush in the best way.
Oh,
It's the opposite of a normal show where everything is so.
How many people are here? Do they get the number yet? Tickets?
I don't know.
It seems huge.
It seems big. I heard it might be 50 a day or something.
50 a day last year.
Yeah. It's awesome though because it's people that we don't normally play for, which is really exciting, and that actually we know that's going to be the case. So it makes choosing the set list more interesting and look more. When we're on tour, we have a lot of people who know all of our music or know if we're doing something new. But I asked the crowd who's the first time they've seen us, and so many hands went up. So we kind of thought let's definitely do our thing and what we like to do, and then what songs would be a nice feature because we only played 30 minutes, which for us is a blink. So. 3 hours. Yeah, so
sets usually.
Literally 6 times as long. So it was actually more challenging to write this set list than almost any other of those.
You had to get big songs.
We have over 100 originals, 400 covers. It was hard to make a decision, but
that's awesome.
We ended up playing Kashmir as our cover, and that seemed to hit hard.
We tried to stay true to the jam, and I think we played 4 songs in 30 minutes, so we still got to extend songs and jam. It was just definitely have to stay more on top of where we're at for these types of sets, but it was a blast. It was unreal. I'm still shaking.
You keep the crowd in mind, but you also just have to do what is great, feels good to you.
Yeah,
so, 4 songs in 30 minutes is not short little songs, but they were more concise, transitions and stuff. We didn't take a liberty to improvise and really just follow the music as much as we would when given 3 hours.
That's awesome. Is there any kind of misconceptions about you guys? You want to correct any kind of thing that people automatically think or don't think or don't know even?
Not really. I definitely would say come see us live. It's hard to explain or encompass. We go into each night trying to put on a show, both musically, but visually we have a really dedicated crew with a light show, and our sound guy is so in tune to adding effects to when it's needed, and we really try try to just put on a show. So, you know, I always tell people if you really want to check us out, come see us live.
Yeah, I think just jam bands in general has this like, if you haven't been to a show like that, there might be a misconception that it's kind of like endless noodling without a focus or whatever. Our show is very much about like the presentation of it and like connecting with the crowd. So, you know, we're very focused when we are improvising, but there's also a lot of like catchy songs, and like my number one thing, whether you like this type of music or that, is that you leave feeling happier, and hopefully that's what people get at our shows.
That's awesome. And that's kind of a typical question, but what are some of your like influences that got you to where you are now? What kind of bands, artists and stuff?
I mean, we're at Bourbon and Beyond, and Fish is headlining tonight. They're obviously one of the jam greats, and we love them. We also love like Talking Heads and old school funky Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then we're also soaking in all the new music like the Australian band Parcels, or you know, back to Daft Punk or Pink Floyd, or you know, we kind of soak it all, and you have a really eclectic taste.
Yeah, I think everyone does, which is great. It kind of creates a good melting pot. You know, I love a lot of jazz music, and I love heavy metal music. You know, I think the last 3 shows I saw were like Stanley Clarke, Dillinger Escape Plan, and Turnstile. I think so. I mean, we really love music and different styles. And it really
Tell by the Van Halen.
Yeah, he's talking about jazz wearing a tie-dye Van Halen. I mean,
melting pot.
yeah.
How does it feel when you saw that?
I mean, I grew up on stage. I did musicals until I went to college. So, like, I think similarly, like a lot of people, some people might think about jam bands and they're like just looking at their guitar. They're not engaging with the crowd. That's not us. We are very much head up, smiling, you know, connecting and building the energy together.
You seem super coherent for a jam band.
Yeah.
Super
Exactly. For a jam band. That's what I'm saying. That's the misconception. You know?
You seem super coherent.
Dude, the 2020s jam band is not the 1970s, 1960s jam band. That's the misconception. It's not like Woodstock. We're on it. We know where we
I
are.
can tell that you're fasting, so we're drinking coffee.
Yeah, dude.
It's the opposite of a lot of these bands.
I love Tennessee, man.
What's your favorite spot to tour like so far?
Our tours are great in the sense that like we really hit a variety of obviously markets, but just different stage styles and festivals and club shows, and you know we always have love for the hometown DC, Baltimore area. I'm from the Boston area. We've always had a great Boston tour, and Denver's been great to us. So.
Is there any food on the road you look forward to when you hit a town?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We keep a spreadsheet called the Pigeon Feed, and which we need to update, but we've
What's some good
listed.
spots? Like just like I know we don't got.
What's on the spot now?
Well,
What's the place in Philly? The Italian market.
Toludo's.
Toludo's Market in Philly.
It's tiny. You get like stuffed peppers with like Italian meats and stuff.
Great foods and sandwiches.
I love Seattle for food. New Orleans, of course.
Yeah, Charleston's got a great food.
Yeah.
I think it's like the 1917 oyster bar or something.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to refer to the document. There's too many. But like, when, you know, in terms of favorite places to play, like all of the shows, like we're very blessed to have like really energetic crowds and who like love the music and give us all the energy and stuff. So beyond that, like I just think about like the beauty of the scenery and the food. So like the Pacific Northwest, New Orleans, you know.
It's easy on tour. Sorry.
Up in the Northeast, like Maine.
Oh yes. It's easy on tour to get stuck in the trend of you don't leave the venue and then you go to a city and you're like, what was Raleigh like? And you're like, the venue's cool. You know, it's like, you know, we always have tried to make it a point to take a little walk.
Hey, Boston rolls here today.
Oh, really?
Dude, yeah.
I recently had the best sandwich of my life. It was in Portland, Oregon, at a place called Lardo's.
Okay.
And you know, like a what's it called? Like a French dip.
Yeah.
You know. But they did that, but like the Vietnamese version of pho French dip. So it was pho broth with like jalapeno in it, and then like the whatever like pork you would get in it. Well, it was like a deconstructed pho bowl as a sandwich, and you dip those contents with the hoisin into the pho broth. It was it was incredible. Like I said to everyone there.
No, that sounds amazing.
And Portland has the world's largest, or the country's largest library. bookstore, library. Which
We
is
know how to
sick.
party or what.
Is there anything you want to throw out? I didn't bring up or anything like that? Any, like promo or anything like that? You want to bring up?
We're just happy to talk with you. I mean, we do have a new album coming out. It's our 8th album, so if you haven't heard of us, there's lots of music to already catch. But October 3rd, brand new record with some Feed the Fire. Lots of really great musicians joined us for it. Like the keyboardist of Moon Taxi is on one of the songs, and also in this neck of the woods, Here Come the Mummies. Have you heard of them?
I'm from St. Louis.
Oh, cool. We play.
Nice man, not for you.
Yeah, but it's a great album. Hopefully people enjoy it.
Imagine great the venue.
Like, imagine cool.
But yeah, we tour year round, and it's the labor of love. We love doing it. So.
Awesome.
Do you have anything you wanted to promote or anything I didn't ask you? How long have you been growing your beard?
Everyone, I have no idea. Everyone asked me. I've been asked that 3 times today. I still don't know.
7 years probably at least. Yeah.
7 to 10 if I had to guess. My wife, she probably know more.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do.
So much,